Greetings, ladies and gents of YouTube. This is Maze, and welcome to the debut episode of my brand new series, Map Breakdown for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. In this episode, I'm going to be covering the map Ambush, and the whole purpose of this series is to teach you advanced lines of sight and also show you how to utilize the more basic lines of sight in Modern Warfare Remastered. For our first location, we're going to be looking at the two-story broken building located just north of the Marine spawn in the southeastern corner of the map. Now, although this is a more basic line of sight, most newer players don't utilize this line of sight in the right way. And the common mistake is that a lot of players will actually look out the window right at the edge of the windowsill, which exposes their upper chest and their head and makes them a perfect target for OPFOR snipers that are in the top middle building of the map. The best way to utilize this particular line of sight is to sit a little bit further back from the window or the broken portion of the building that overlooks the Marine spawn. And if you sit further back, you make yourself a near impossible target to spot at a distance, even when other snipers are sniping near the middle portion of the map. So be very careful to not really expose yourself. Only peek when you know it's safe to be able to get a kill shot down range, and that is the best way to utilize the southeastern broken building here on Ambush. The second location that we're going to be looking at is the Marine spawn turret building located on the southernmost part of the map. And the reason why I call it the Marine spawn turret building is because that is exactly where the Marines spawn at the start of the game, and of course the building happens to have 2 stories and a turret on the first floor window. Although this building may seem like it's completely out of range from any choke point, this could not be further from the truth. This is a building that if you know exactly which line of sight to utilize as a sniper, you will go on heavy streaks on this part of the map. On top of that, it also serves as a really good fallback spot if you're being spawn trapped on the Marine side and the enemy has a chopper in the air. This building is perfect for being able to hold it down, get the long sight line that you can see clear across to the middle portion of the map, and of course, utilizing that turret to be able to shoot down an enemy chopper instantly when they call it in on the OPFOR side of the map. The third location that we're going to be looking at is the open field on the southwestern part of the map. Now, although this is wide out in the open, it is another good fallback spot to just get a couple kills to get map control back if you're being spawn trapped on the Marine spawn side. And this is perfect for snipers and M16 players or M14 players, and this is the type of location where if there is no enemy chopper in the air, you will be able to get a few kills and then move on to other key portions of the map. The fourth spot here on this map is actually overlooking the third location we were just looking at, and it's located right on the rooftops of the open field. And this is a sight line that can only be utilized for maybe 1 or 2 kills before the enemy gets intelligent and takes you out from that spot. It is hard to spot you on this little dip in this rooftop. However, once they know you're there, you are guaranteed to find an enemy trying to swarm you and take you out of this spot. The fifth spot here on this map is one of the more advanced sightlines that you can acquire here in this game. A lot of people do not know about this sightline. This one might be new to a lot of you guys watching this video, and it is one of the best spots to get map control in the middle western side of the map. It is perfect, not very many people know about it, and it gives you a massive advantage as long as you get the timing right on this particular spot. You have to be quick, efficient, get to the spot as fast as you possibly can, and utilize this sightline to the best of its ability. On top of the fact that this is a very good line of sight to watch the middle portion of the map, it also can be utilized in a completely different way, and that is to watch the OP4 spawn all the way in the back. It gives you a nice line of sight to the OP4 turret building area, and of course the OP4 fire building, which we will be covering after this particular spot. So here is that OP4 fire building that I just mentioned. This is a perfect location if you're spawning in as the OP4 to be able to look over and see the middle portion of the map. You can also look over into the open field and the bulldozer side of the map there as well, and of course you can always check your own flank and make sure no one is rotated all the way through your OP4 spawn, and of course then you could also overlook the middle OP4 sniper building that I'm going to delve into right here next. So here is the OP4 sniper building location. It is located right in the middle alley, dead center of the map. It is closest to the OP4 spawn, and this is where you will see the primary amount of snipers in the OP4 side. They will always go to this building to try to get first blood on their side, and a lot of players will actually opt to go on this tin roof here outside of the windowsill, but it's very risky. So what you want to do is actually use this brick wall here to just hold a nice long sight line towards the western side of the map, and then you can always crouch down, peek over the sandbags, pick off the sniper in that broken building on the eastern side, and then of course overlook the rest of the middle portion of the map. It's a very risky spot to hold down for a very long period of time, but it's still effective. This next location is the most advanced and the most difficult position to get into on the OP4 side, and it is by far my favorite of this map, and it is the dumpster hop-up mid-alley building location. And if you can time this right, you can hop into these buildings here on the center of the map. This is a spot that is never utilized by players playing on this map, and it's kind of a shame that people don't study these locations on the map, because this is one of the best power positions you could ever have. You have an overlook of the middle alley on the marine side across the middle portion of the map. If there's someone that is next to you on the sniper OP4 building, you can take them out there, and then you can even advance further to the back building by simply jumping on to this brick wall, then jumping down into the other back building, and then you have got an even better sightline to be able to see the western alley and middle portion of the map, including the open field. And you also can watch your own back on the OP4 spawn. You can watch every single flank back here, and you can stay alive forever in this spot. It is just incredible. If you spawn in the OP4 side, this is a must-use location. I would recommend this spot more than any other on the map. For this next spot, it's actually more of a route to take if you're a submachine gun player or an assault rifle player and you're trying to traverse the middle portion of the map without getting picked off by a sniper. Simply crouch and go under the western pipe. You can check and look across to the eastern pipe, which is a similar location that I'll cover shortly after this one, and there are two locations where you can try to pick off an enemy across the map on the underground portion of the map. Very crucial spot if you're a submachine gun player or an assault rifle player. The eastern drainage pipe is identical to the western one. with the exception of the fact that it is across the map on the other side. And that is pretty obvious, and you basically enter it the exact same way, and you can then watch out for enemy shadows on the outside of this to make sure that you're clear to come out of the other end. You can also aim down sights to look at the other side of the pipes as well and make sure that you can pick off enemies underground before you decide to peek back out on the other side of the pipe. Very useful for submachine gun and assault players, and I would strongly recommend using this if you're utilizing those weapons. The final spot on this map is another one of those advanced locations located really close to the middle portion of the map on the propane rooftop. And this one is hard to be able to get right while you're in a match because it's such a common location for you to get killed and shot at. But if you're fast enough, you can actually get up on top of these rooftops near the middle portion of the map, and you have got a clean line of sight across every alley on the up 4 section of the map. And of course, if things start to get a little hairy, you can simply run and sprint jump over to the back middle portion of the rooftops, and you have got a sight line on the entire marine side of the map. And it is just an incredible line of sight. It's obviously a very open sight line, and because it's that useful, you can easily be picked off if you're not careful and if you're not constantly on the move on these rooftops. If things do get a little hairy, simply jump inside this portion of the map, and although it seems like you're stuck here, you've got a nice long sight line here on the back where you can quickly put some shots down range. And to just simply get out of this spot, you go and you climb this ladder right here, and you're right back on top. You can engage the enemy if you injured him in that nice little sight line in the middle portion of the map, and then you can live to fight another gunfight in that area of the map. So that is all of the spots that I know of here on the map Ambush. I hope that you guys learned something new and useful, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like and some feedback in the comment section below. It really helps motivate me to make more of these videos. They do take a long time to edit, but it's well worth it if you guys are learning new things that can help you better your gameplay. But as of right now, that will wrap up this episode of my brand new series, Map Breakdown. I hope that you enjoyed it, and until next time, this has been Maze. I'll catch you on my next video.